And I like to kind of tweak how people think about discipline. The discipline to eat well or exercise or to take your phone out of your bedroom, that is actually an act of self-love, right? You're investing in your future self. So when people start to reframe it that way, I'm about to do some good for my future self, it becomes less of a chore and more of an act of self-love.
Future self. So how old of a future self would you envision yourself as?
It depends how old you actually are. So I'm in my 50s now. I like to think of my future self in my 80s. And I like to think about, and here's a powerful thing that people can do, is write a letter from their future self to their current self. And so how my letter would go, I would be 85-year-old Paul, and I would write a letter to 53-year-old Paul. And I'd go, hey, dear 53-year-old Paul, I'm now 85. I'm loving life. I'm loving retirement. I'm playing golf. I'm still going to the gym. I'm winning in my quest to be the last person in the gym and not the first person in the retirement home. I'm playing with my grandkids. You know, life is good. I'm feeling pretty good about myself. And then full stop. Now, in order for that to be a reality, here is what I need you to be doing. I need you to be exercising regularly. I need you to be following the low HI diet. I need you to be really good around your sleep hygiene. Do you see how this works? So it's when you can visualize that future self. And for some people, that future self might be 3 or 5 years away. But it's thinking about what would success be for me in that time period, and then visualize yourself being successful, but then write a letter to your current self about what needs to be done.
What if you did the opposite? Like you wrote a pissed off letter to your older self and you're like, I have diabetes because you did this, that, and I can't walk and I had my leg cut off and my toes amputated because you did this. And I know it's not a nice thing, but someone who wrote a letter like that, what would happen?
Yeah. That could be equally valid. It depends on people's type of motivation. So some people are more motivated by loss and some people are more motivated by success. So you could write one of those letters each, right? From 2 different versions of your future self. That's quite a nice little twist on things.
Yeah, it'd be funny. It's like, you know, the letter's like, thanks you bastard. And, you know, anyway.
Yeah. I'm now on my deathbed very, very early. Thanks for all of your non-work. Yes.
Oh, you were about to talk about research that supports this, I believe. I interrupted you.
Oh, yeah. So research from a guy called Hal Hirsch on the future self. He's a professor in the United States. And he took a bunch of people who were just got their first job and they had to fill out their, I think you call it, is it 419K in the States, where you are committing money to your savings account. Over in Australia.
401K, like retirement.
401k, your retirement. So what they did is they had to fill out the form to say whether or not they were going to put some of their salary into the retirement fund, and if so, how much. And so these were real subjects that he put on these virtual reality goggles, and half of them saw themselves as their current self, as a kind of a hologram, and they filled out the form and they committed a certain amount or maybe not anything at all. And then the other half saw themselves 40 years later. So they deliberately used software to age them. So they saw themselves at retirement age, filling out the form. And the people who saw themselves at retirement age committed more than double the amount to their savings as the people who saw themselves as their current selves. And that research triggered a whole heap of research in this idea of the future self. And the more that people can visualize their future selves, the more it influences their current behavior.